Good morning and welcome back to another episode of SoFlo Morning News. I'm your host, Alex Ramirez, along with
Albert Martinez.
Today is Friday the 13th, December the 13th, and now it is time for our pledges.
Now it's time for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now it's time for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Now it's time for the OWL Pledge. I will succeed in school with wisdom and with knowledge. I'll give 100%. I will go to college. I'll do whatever it takes, just like my parents do. I'll sweat the small stuff, just like my teachers do. I'll give no excuses each and every day. I'll close the achievement gap, working hard in every way. With my team and family, I give my OWL pledge. I will succeed in school with wisdom and knowledge. Go Owls! Hoot hoot! Now it's time for the moment of silence.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the next segment of the SoFlo Show. Brought to you by me, Haley Pros, and yours truly,
Albert Martinez.
That's right, Albie.
Okay, fun fact of the day.
Fun fact of the day, the smell of freshly cut grass is actually a plant distress called due to trauma. So when you're mowing your lawn and it smells like fresh cut grass, that's just the grass crying because they're scared.
What are we learning about today, Haley?
Today we're learning about the human structure, le bones. It's very cool, by the way.
What is the purpose of bones?
The purpose of bones, Albie, I'm so happy you asked. So the purpose of bones is they help give structure to the human body. So the bones cannot function if other bodily functions are not functioning. So if your digestive system is off, your bones are off. If your muscular system is off, your bones are off. If your What's another? And anyways, the point is, if any of your functions are off balance, your skeletal system will be off balance. So your skeletal system allows you to move like a snake, and do cool stuff like that.
Alright, what is bone remodeling?
So bone remodeling is there's always constant changing in your bones. So there's always a state of remodeling, and bone remodeling is actually helpful when your body is trying to keep homeostasis. So what happens during bone remodeling is that it helps like maintain your normal skeletal functions. So like I said before, it helps you move like a snake. It's going to help you continue to do that. In the case that bone remodeling is not functioning, then you will go through this cool thing called osteoporosis or osteopetrosis, which is something we will talk about.
Okay, what is osteoclasts and osteoblasts?
Osteoclasts are first, osteoclasts and osteoblasts are little tiny cells, and they are the most important part of your bones. So these are the little cells in your bones that are like floating around, and they help assist in bone remodeling. So you kind of need these. Osteoclasts are responsible for aged bone resorption, meaning that the osteoclasts break down your bone tissue for bone remodeling. So osteoblasts are responsible for new bone formation. New bones are cool. Next.
What happens if the balance is like disturbed?
So if the balance is disturbed, so there's this thing called osteoporosis. So this is an image of osteoporosis. This is what your bones would look like. So basically, your osteoclasts and your osteoblasts are like, what? And your bones are very porous, so there's a lot of holes in them. And they're less dense than what a normal bone should be, and they're very fragile, very brittle. So on the opposite end of that, you have osteopetrosis, which is this one right here. Osteopetrosis is basically when your bones become more dense than normal and they kind of make your body look wonky and are actually still just as fragile and just as easily able to fracture as one with osteoporosis.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for today, Alice. We will see you all in the classrooms. Hoot hoot!
Bye.
Weather! Hi, my name is Isaac Alfaro, and today I will be chilling out with the desks and the chairs, mostly because of this green screen. This green screen will probably show something like lava, tornadoes, hurricanes, water, air, Avatar, Airbender, I don't know, who knows. Anyways, it is currently Friday, so that means that there's going to be a high of 75 degrees and a low of 44 degrees. Now, that means that you should probably wear a jacket because it's been pretty chilly lately. That's the weather. God bless.
Alright everybody, welcome to the Hina Host Report. Unfortunately, the main anchor of the segment is not here as he had some responsibilities to take care of. And so you know what that means. I'm filling in for both domestic and international news. Let's kick it off with the domestic news. This past Tuesday, there was a shooting in New Jersey. It lasted a few hours, and there was 2 suspects who were killed in the shooting. It also took 2 police officers, and there was also 3 civilians who were suspected to be civilians that were also killed in the shooting. The shoot also left 2 officers and 1 civilian in critical condition. Hours after the shooting, it is still unclear how this folded out. The investigation is said to have to deal with 2 stolen U-Haul trucks. Though the investigation is just at its beginning, the motive still is unclear. The New Jersey Department of Public Safety director said that there was no indication of terrorism in this shooting, which, if we're being quite frank here, this is not new to any of the news, and this is something that we have seen commonly, and is why there's still a great debate on gun control and gun rights in America. Now, on to some international news. If you didn't know, the 25th United Nations Climate Change Conference was being held in Madrid, Spain from December 1st till today, December 13th, under the presidency of the Chilean government. If you don't know, this is where the countries of all the world that wish to take part of the conference come to make new resolutions regarding the ever-pending crisis of climate change on the globe. Patricia Espinosa, Executive Secretary of UN Climate Change, UNFCCC, expressed hope that the more nations will follow their initiative announced this week at the UN COP25 Climate Change Conference in Madrid. There was also a new commitment in equipping new generations with the knowledge, awareness, and skills to tackle climate change as a key contributing to realizing the goals of the Paris Agreement, which, if you didn't know, was taking place a while back and was met that it aims to keep the global temperature at 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, which is obviously a hope to not keep the global temperature from rising. Italy and Mexico were among the countries who are encouraging other nations to prioritize climate change education. Mandatory Marta Delgado, Vice Minister of Global Affairs in Mexico's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, said her country has incorporated mandatory environmental education into the Constitution as the first step into a comprehensive plan. The 2 countries proposed that other nations can use the celebration of Earth Day in April as an occasion to announce the plans for climate change and environmental education. Also, regarding Earth Day, in 2020, the commemoration also marks the 50th anniversary of Earth Day and the birth of environmental movement. So, that was today's international news. I encourage you to go research a little bit more in depth of what happened, what took place, what do y'all think, and what do you think that the nation's leaders should propose so that the global temperature does not rise any more than it has already. That's it from the Hina Host Report. That's all for today, owls.
And now it is time for some announcements. Take it away, Albert.
Angel Bin Shoe Fundraiser. Today is the final day for donations of the Angel Bin fundraiser. Our goal is to collect 500 pounds of shoes by today. And if you donate 3 pairs of shoes, you'll get 30 minutes of free community service hours.
Athletics. Today, both girls basketball teams will have home games. The junior varsity will be at 6 o'clock and varsity will be at 7 o'clock. Go Owls. Athletic donations. Athletic is still asking for donations of 50-plus pounds of Skittles, M&Ms, and Sweetheart Minis. You can donate to Coach Minchata at room 105 from 7 to 7:30 early in the morning.
Holiday Grams. Scholar Parliament will be selling candy grams for $1 and bouquets for $5. They will be sold in the morning before homeroom from the 11th to the 19th. And the 20th is when Scholar Parliament will be delivering the candy grams.
Homecoming 2020. Homecoming is on January the 18th, 2020 for all of high school, so juniors, freshmen, seniors, and sophomores. We will have a pep rally and a theme for every day for homecoming week, so both staff and scholars can dress up. Themes will be announced next week for homecoming week.
Our recruitment. We are still recruiting people for the news station, new recruits from 9th to 12th grade. We meet every 4:30 to 5:30 in Mr. Fai's room. And if you are interested in wanting to be involved and have a segment or your own part of the show, you can talk to Mr. Fai in room 205.
That's all for today's show. I'm Atticus Ramirez.
Albert Martinez.
See you all in the classrooms. Hoot hoot.